What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Do me a big favor. Get yourself down in the description box and check out those links, man. The first link I want you to check out is that Moo link. Good folks at Moo, they're willing to give you up to $1,100 in cash reward and Nvidia stock shares. All you got to do is open up a new Moo brokerage account, make a deposit, and you could qualify up to $1,100, man, in cash reward and Nvidia stock shares. Here's how you qualify. When you put $1,000 initially in your new Moo brokerage account, they're going to give you $120 in cash reward. That's your first qualifier. Now, if you decide to put in some additional deposits, that's where you get up to $1,000 in Nvidia stock shares. Nvidia is the most valuable company in the world by market cap, guys. Almost a $5 trillion market cap. Big boy company. Go out and do your research now, because that's not my job. My job is not to do the research for you. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy here on YouTube sharing an opportunity with you. Opportunities knocking. Question is, will you open the door? Like I said, that first link down in the description box is that Moo link. Moo's knocking. Question is, will you open the door and get yourself up to $1,100 in cash reward / Nvidia stock shares? Don't delay, act today. First link down in the description. Second link down in the description is the Wealthbuilders financial community on Patreon. That's my community that I started in 2024 for like-minded people who are chasing that financial freedom thing. They're chasing that passive income thing. And guess what? We chasing it together now. It's 2,000 of us. And all we do in that community is help each other build wealth, man. None of us are experts. None of us don't try to be experts. Nobody tries to tell you what to do. But man, when you got 2,000 people going in the same direction, sharing information, sharing ideas, the ideas in my head are limited. But when you got 2,000 people sharing ideas in a community, unlimited. We're going to talk about a stock today. We're going to talk about a lot of things, but we're going to talk about one particular stock today, man, that in my opinion is going to change millions of lives forever. Now, here's the problem though. Millions also won't even consider the option. But in the Wealthbuilders, our financial community, we look for opportunities like this. And the way a lot of us learn about these opportunities is through the Wealthbuilders financial community on Patreon. Why? Because we got 2,000 members out there doing research. See, I've multiplied my research efforts by 2,000 people. See, when you multiply yourself, you can scale. But if it's just you, you can't scale because you only have limited capacity. You only got limited filter system space. But when you got 2,000 people, unlimited capacity, 2,000 brains out there researching it and bringing that research back and dropping it in a community where everybody can benefit. Second link down in the description box, guys. I don't know what you're waiting on. Consider joining the Wealthbuilders financial community. Why not have 2,000 people? Why not multiply yourself by 2,000 people? Why not multiply your efforts by 2,000? Why not 2,000x yourself? Second link down in the description box, man. Click on that. Click on that Patreon link, man, and come on over to Patreon and join us, man. We'd love to have you. All right, let's get into this good news. Looks like the market, when I say market, I'm talking about the stock market, is a little bit greener today. Now, you know, over the past week, we've had a sea of red. Now, I look at that as opportunity. Some of y'all might look at that as, you know, doomsday. I look at it as opportunity. Because I understand you build your wealth in the red, you collect your wealth in the green. You feel me? So had somebody planted seeds earlier in the week, now all of a sudden, them seeds start to growing. Friday, they growing. You plant them on Monday, on Friday, they grow. All I'm telling you guys is no financial advisor here. First Amendment right, Constitution, freedom of speech, personal opinion. That's just for the algorithm. Because I don't want nobody out there in the algorithm world thinking I'm trying to tell y'all what to do or try to guarantee. No, I'm not. I'm just telling y'all my opinion because that's the First Amendment right I have, Constitution. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. So please go out and get yourself a financial advisor to help you if you have difficulties making your own investment decisions. Because I can't help you. All I can do is give you my personal opinion. Now, in my personal opinion, though, plant your seeds, patiently wait on the harvest. So now if we had some seed planters out there on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe we had some seed planters. Now all of a sudden on Friday, guess what? You got little trees coming out the ground. Got little plants coming out the ground. See? And then what do you do next week? In my opinion now, rinse and repeat. That's what I've been doing, guys, since what? Beginning of 2025? Just rinsing and repeat, man. Taking a look at what's happening and using that to my advantage to build wealth. Any dip is an ability for me to be able to do what? Increase the net worth, as long as I'm patient. So today, guess what's happening? NASDAQ rises as AI trade tries to end year on a high note. So what's happening today? Little rotation back in to big boys, which I told y'all that was going to happen either earlier this week, last week. Y'all know I'm on here every day. And my opinion was, and that's all it is my opinion, no expert here. You go out and do your own research now. Please do your own research. But my opinion is I always knew they were going to rotate back in. Why? They got to. You got 7 companies that make up 35% value for the S&P 500. 7 companies. How can you not rotate back into them 7 companies when they represent 35% of the S&P 500? 7 companies represent 35%. The other 493 companies represent the rest, 65 to 70%. How could you not rotate back in? You got to. You got no other choice. If you're a big boy investor, you got to rotate back in, baby. And that's what you see happening a little bit today. Now, remember Oracle. Remember earlier in the week, Oracle just tumbled. Stock price tumbled. How you like Oracle today? How do you like Oracle today? Let me read something to you. Let me read something to you. Because, see, this is what we got to understand how the 1% manipulate us, see. Because earlier in the week, they tried to act like Oracle was a company that was about to go out of business. That's what the 1% wanted y'all to think earlier in the week. Remember, they came out earlier in the week. Oh, my God, Oracle, so the price is just crashing. There's this, is that. But now all of a sudden, Oracle done jumped today. Why did Oracle jump? Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to find it. Be patient with me. I'm gonna find it. Oracle jumped today. Why did Oracle jump? Somebody tell me, why did Oracle jump today? Here we go. Oracle shares were up more than 5% in pre-market after TikTok agreed to sell its U.S. operations to a new joint venture that includes the software giant and private equity investor Silver Lake. See how they set y'all up for that one? They set you up for that one. Because a lot of y'all early in the week just bailed out of Oracle. Oh my God, Oracle is done. It's over. It's over for Oracle. Let's get out. And guess what? Them people just baited y'all. Bait and switch. They hit y'all with the propaganda. Some of y'all panic sold. And then boom, they rolled back in this thing. And now all of a sudden, oh, now TikTok back on the table again. See, this is how the 1% manipulate us. That's why time in the market is better than trying to time the market. That's my opinion. Now, First Amendment right, Constitution. Last time I, looked at it, it was still there. I mean, a little sketchy right now with what's going on in this country. Constitution is a little sketchy. But last time I checked, they ain't took it off the website. So maybe we still follow that. I don't know. But last time I checked, I still got that freedom of speech, right? I still got that. But that TikTok deal, Back on the table now. And guess who's square in the middle of it? Oracle. Hyperscaler. Go do your research on Oracle. I told y'all that earlier in the week. This was all propaganda. I told y'all it was all propaganda. But guess what? Boom. 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 Whew. These folks know how to manipulate us. Yes, they do. Okay, let's take a look at a little bit something else, and then we're going to talk about that one stock. The NASDAQ composite rose on Friday, lifted by Oracle as the artificial intelligence trade looks to regain its footing after experiencing volatility. All that means is they're about to rotate back into big tech. I told y'all what they were going to do. They was going to run this thing down, taking profits. See, they already took their profits now. They're going to take their profits, and then in January, they're going to run this thing back. Now, again, guys, this is all my opinion. This may not happen. So please go do your own research now. This is just an opinion channel. This is my First Amendment right just to give you guys my opinion. You got to go do your own research. But in my opinion, my personal opinion, my First Amendment right opinion, these people ran this thing down through taking profits. Now what they're going to do is creep back in and then run it back up in January. New year, new calendar year, run this thing back up. Why do you say that, Richard? Because you got the 7 top companies in the world. I mean, these are the companies that's driving the stock market. But all you got to do is go look at the S&P 500. Go look at the S&P 500. Go to Google, go to ChatGPT, and type in the Magnificent Seven and the S&P 500. They don't even call it the S&P 500 no more. They call it the S&P 493. That's all they call it now. Because those 7 companies probably need to be somewhere on their own. The rest of them companies, they're great companies, but when you got 7 companies that pull 35% of the market cap, 7 companies have 35% of the market cap for the S&P 500. 7 companies, guys. How can you not invest in those companies? You have to. If you're a big boy investor, if you're BlackRock, if you're Vanguard, if you're Richard Fain, a little teeny weeny nothing investor, right? I'm a nothing when it comes to these guys, but I understand what's happening here. So now they rotate back in. The tech-heavy benchmark gained 1.1%. The S&P climbed 0.8%, while the Dow advanced 255. Now let's go take a look at exactly what's happening right now with the 3 major indexes. Let's see if it's still green or if something funny's going on. Let's see. Oh, still green. Dow, 48,206. Headed to 49. Could it happen today? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but it's green. It's headed that way. S&P, 6,817. NASDAQ, 23,183. Now, here's what I want you guys to go do for your research. Go out and look at January 2nd, 2025, where these 3 major indexes started. That's all you got to do, guys. Again, guys, I'm no expert here, but I know how to go out and do that. Now, if you go out and look at those 3 major indexes, January 2nd, 2025, go look at them and see where they started at and where they're at today. And this is why, guys, I tell you, you got to have a strategy. January 2nd, 2026 is coming. What day will that fall on? Let me go look. I'll look for you. I'm going to help you out here. That's going to fall on a Friday. January 2nd is going to be on a Friday. It's 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today. That starts it all over again. Now, here's the question. Will you be in position? Will you put yourself in position, or are you going to sit on the sideline and drink eggnog and not plan nothing? As far as you're going to plan is what I'm going to have for Christmas dinner. That's all you're going to do. Instead of planning for your future, You got to get out and plan, guys. This thing is 2 weeks away. 2026 is 2 weeks away. Yeah, nice little cup of coffee there. Get the body rolling. So January 2nd, 2026 is 2 weeks away. What are you going to do? You know what the 1% are doing? They're planting seeds. They're getting in position. They're planting seeds right now, guys. As we speak, they are planting. See, guys, all you got to understand is the stock market, in my opinion, is about supply versus demand. When you see the stock market start going up like it's doing today, what does that tell you? People are buying. There's more buy volume than there's sell volume. There are more people buying today, investors, than selling. That's why the market goes up. When the market goes down, you have more selling than buying. That's when you know people are getting out. That's when the big boys are rotating out. That's when the big boys are taking profit. When you see that thing go green again, that means big boys are doing what? Back in that thing. They're buying, guys. This thing is green because big institutional investors, hedge funds, billionaires are buying. Now, I'm not telling you you need to go buy. I'm just telling you what I believe, First Amendment right, constitutional right, freedom of speech, personal opinion. They're buying. Why? Because there is more demand. You can always know when there's more demand in the stock market because it's green. There's more demand than supply. That's how prices go up. When there is less demand and more supply, guess what happens? You get a dip. That's it, guys. It's no different than any other supply versus demand scenario in our economy or in our market. So I'm looking at this today, and I'm looking at the three major indexes, and all three of them are green. Now, that doesn't mean they'll stay green all day. Maybe big boys are buying short term. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to figure all of that out. But what I am smart enough to figure out is supply versus demand. That I'm smart enough to figure out. I'm smart enough to understand when there's more demand for something and less supply of it, prices go up. When there's less demand and more supply of something, prices go down. So right now you got the three major indexes, all green. So somebody's buying. Question is, are you? What are you doing right now? What are you going to be doing right now while all your major institutional investors and your hedge funds and your billionaires are making moves? How do you know they're making moves, Richard? Well, I don't know because I'm not some expert. But what I can tell you is this thing ain't green for no reason. It's green because somebody buying. Somebody out there doing some buying because this thing would not be green right now. I hate to break the bad news to you. This is not rocket science. You don't have to have an advanced degree in mathematics from MIT or Harvard or any of them schools. You don't. You can be a guy like me that doesn't do very well in math at all. Barely made it out of math, any math class. But guess what? I understand this. When this thing is green, it's pretty simple. Somebody's buying. When this thing is red, somebody's selling. And normally, who is that? Institutional investors, hedge funds, billionaires. Simple. Oh, how do you explain the stock market? I can't explain it. How would I can't explain it. All I know is when billionaires and institutional investors and hedge funds are buying, the thing green. Also, I know when they ain't buying, it's red. But also I know even when it's red, it's going to go back green. History says that, not me, history. So if it's red, guess what I should have been doing earlier in the week when the thing was red, when they were selling? Guess what I should have been doing? Buying. Again, man, I'm no expert here. I'm just giving you my opinion. First Amendment right, Constitution. But it sounds pretty simple to me. Oracle shares up more than 7% after TikTok agreed to sell its U.S. operations to a new joint venture that includes the software giant and private equity investor Silver Lake. So now you got Oracle back in the mix, getting ready to control the U.S. operations of TikTok. Maybe. Now, this could be a smokescreen. This could be all not true. But you and I won't know that, right? We don't know that. This is big boy stuff. They keep us peons down here, they kind of keep us peons confused and fighting with each other. They don't want y'all concentrating on the big boy stuff. See, this is the big boy stuff right here. They want y'all down here fighting with each other about, parking spaces and, oh, you mow your grass too many times a week. Oh, you got your sprinklers on too much. I'm going to report you. Oh, you can't walk your dog on the sidewalk. They got y'all down here fighting about that kind of crap. Oh, my favorite TikToker is doing a food vlog. I got to watch that food vlog. See, they got us thinking about that kind of stuff where the big boys making moves. And the reason I know they're making moves because the market is green right now. It's green because they're making moves. But we down here concentrating on all the wrong stuff. All the wrong stuff. We're all caught up in the Christmas gifts. Oh my God, it's a week before Christmas. I got to go get my gifts. All I'm concentrating on right now is gifts. Spending money on my credit card that I don't have money to pay the credit card off. That's what we concentrate on. We're going to make these people even richer. Because guess who own all this stuff y'all buying at these stores? These people. The billionaires. The 1%ers. They own all of that. All of these little stores y'all going to, spending all your money for Christmas. Guess who it's going to? The 1%. Because they own all of that stuff. All of it they own. But you want to go make them richer by spending all your money on Christmas. Go right ahead. You go ahead and do that. Spend all your money on these Christmas gifts. But when January 2nd comes, you're going to be dead broke. And these people right here are going to be leveraged up, ready to go to the moon. Buckled in. All we going to have is a credit card bill that's coming due in February. Y'all know your credit card bill coming due in February. Some of y'all out here spending more than you have. Trying to get this Christmas thing right. Trying to get all these gifts. Trying to make people think, listen, man, you better get yourself ready for what's coming in 2026. I've been trying to paint this picture for y'all for weeks. I'm telling y'all, in my opinion, First Amendment right, constitutional right, freedom of speech, personal opinion, what's going to happen in 2026 is going to be mega. Just like I told y'all 25 was going to be mega. Just go back and look at my videos, man, from the end of 24. Please go to the Richard Fan YouTube channel and look at my videos, my live streams and my videos from the end of 2024. And what did I tell y'all that I believe would happen in 2025? Mega. Go back to 2023 and to the end of 2023 and look at the videos when I was telling you what I thought would happen in 2024. Mega. Now, again, guys, no expert here, but see, all you got to do is follow the 1%, man. These people ain't messing around. This time of the year is one of the biggest years for retailers. Why? Because they know y'all going to go out there and spend all this money that you do not have on your credit card. Credit card companies love this time of year. Love it. One of the biggest times of the year. November on. November through December, credit card companies love it. Retailers love it. Because guess what? They know y'all going to come out there and spend your last dime. You will spend everything you have, won't invest a penny of it now, but you'll go put it on things that depreciate in value, don't put no money in your pocket. They love this time of year. Y'all think y'all the only ones love it. They love it even more. That's why you see the market green right now. All my personal opinion, but let's keep reading. So Oracle jumped 7% on TikTok news. The deal probably will never even happen. But see, they know how to manipulate us. Because now you got people out there rushing in to buy Oracle right now because they think the TikTok deal going through. Next week, they're going to come out and tell y'all, oh, sorry, it's not going to happen. That's what they're going to do next week. Next week, it won't even be on the radar. But this is how they manipulate us. Just saying, guys, my personal opinion. Now, you believe whatever you want to believe. The jump marks a turnaround for the stock, which has been a focal point of concern among investors this week, after a report revealed that the cloud infrastructure company lost a key backer of one of its data center projects. That dragged down other stocks linked to AI, including names such as Broadcom and Advanced Micro Devices. See how they come out and sprinkle that propaganda in on Oracle? Oh, you got to understand, guys, Oracle is a hyperscaler. Please go out and do your research and figure out what a hyperscaler is. But Oracle is a hyperscaler. The founder is one of the richest men in the world. Larry Ellison, one of the richest men in the world. So you think he really got a problem finding somebody that will back a data center for him? Come on, guys. This is all propaganda to get you to sell when you should be buying and get you to buy when you should be selling. Come on. These people are just every time, they just puppet strings. So here we go. Elsewhere in the space, shares of AI chip darling Nvidia rose more than 3% after Reuters, citing sources familiar with the matter, reported that the Trump administration is reviewing the prospect of the company selling its advanced AI chips to China. More manipulation. See, all they got to do is come out and say Trump gonna greenlight this thing so they can sell chips to China. And all of a sudden, now Nvidia's up 3%. Trump come out and say, nope, ain't gonna do it. They down 3%. See how they manipulate us? And run the stock up, run it down when they want to, make money, get out of it, sell, get back in it. This is what they do. That's why time in the market is better than timing the market, in my opinion. Personal opinion. Here we go. More manipulation here. President Donald Trump said that he will allow Nvidia to ship its H200 AI chips to approved customers in the country. See, here's the thing, guys. China don't even really care about these chips no more. If you've been doing your research and you go out and do some critical thinking and do some research, you'll know China don't really care. See, because Trump then already went to the Middle East and then gave these chips to, I believe it's Saudi Arabia and some other countries over there. And guess who those countries gave the big boy chips to that we gave them? To China. That's what they do. See, they playing us. But, you know, in my opinion, the current administration know we getting played. Maybe they don't know we getting played, but we getting played because these people in the Middle East don't like us either. They really don't. They don't like us. Just like China don't like us. Listen, man, when you number one at anything, guys, when you're the number one economy, when you're the number one superpower, when you got the number one military, guess where everybody else want to be? At number one. So China, Middle East, none of these places like us really. But they know they can manipulate the current administration because, see, the current administration, all they care about, in my opinion, now personal opinion, you go out and do your own research and come up with your opinion. Personal opinion, the only thing this current administration cares about is enriching themselves and the tech oligarchs. That's it. They care nothing about y'all. All they care about is improving their own financial statement and the tech oligarchs. Remember now, go back in time. Go back in time. When you had these guys by the name of Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford. Remember those really, really rich guys who controlled basically all of industry. They had their tentacles in every industry, and just 5 or 6 of those guys controlled everything. Rockefeller, Carnegie. Just go research it. Guess what happened though? The United States said, nope. What we're going to start doing is putting laws on the books where you guys can't have a monopoly on everything. where 4 or 5 people can't control every industry across our land. We're going to eliminate that. We're going to put antitrust laws in place. Remember that happened? Guess what's happening now? They're reversing all those antitrust laws. Trump and his organization throwing all that out. And guess who are the new Carnegie and Rockefeller? The Magnificent Seven, baby. Yeah, that's your new Carnegie. That's your new Rockefeller. That's your new Morgan Stanley. Yeah. That's what's happening right now. So if you don't get in where you fit in, you're going to get ran over by a 18-wheeler financial truck. Because these people care nothing about you. Current administration, all they care about is the tech oligarchs, the billionaire oligarchs in this country. They're going to deregulate everything. They're going to look at what's happening right now with Warner Brothers. What do you think that is? Do you think it's a good for the marketplace to have 1 or 2 streaming companies that control everything? Or is it better for the marketplace when you have healthy competition where many can come in and compete for market share? Or do you have giants that control everything? That's what's happening right now. That's not going to just happen in the streaming industry. It's going to happen everywhere. What do you think happening in Venezuela right now? That's about oil, guys. This ain't about drugs. This is about oil. Venezuela is one of the most richest places in the world for oil. That's what we want. We don't care nothing about no drugs. What we care about is the oil in Venezuela. But we got a guy in position right now that we can't control, who leads that country. We can't control him. So we want to get somebody in there that we can control and get to that oil. Now, this is all my personal opinion, guys. You go out and do your own research. I don't got a dog in the fight. I'm just trying to tell y'all and paint the picture for y'all what's happening. Right under your nose while you out here buying Christmas presents that you can't afford. Because you think somebody got your back. But they don't. These people don't have your back. You better get you some wealth. You better slow down on all this crazy spending y'all doing and start thinking about investing, building some multiple streams of income because you're going to need them. I keep telling y'all, these people only have their interest in heart right now. See, at least when the Democrats were in office, they tried to hide it. They did the same thing, right? But they at least tried to hide it. They at least tried to act like, you know what I'm saying? These folks y'all got in there right now, these people don't care nothing about hiding nothing. They right out in the front, letting you know everything they're doing and letting you know they don't even care what you think. I'm just telling you guys, you better wise up. This whole thing with TikTok, that's just stupid. The whole thing with Warner Brothers, stupid. But guess what? They don't care. Because all they care about is the tech oligarchs, the billionaire oligarchs. They're trying to get back to that Carnegie and that Rockefeller days where you got 5 or 6 individuals controlled everything in the United States, all industry. They had their tentacles in every industry. They're trying to get back to that right now. You guys better pay attention. You're going to get ran over. China do not care about these H200 chips from Nvidia because they're already getting the Blackwell from some of these other crazy countries that we're dealing with that don't even like us, right? Oh, the EUA or whatever they name over there in the Middle East. Oh, they love us. They love us. They're going to give us trillions and trillions. These people's GDP ain't even $1 trillion. How they going to give you $1 trillion when their GDP ain't $1 trillion? All right, let's move on. Here we go. Additionally, Micron Technology shares extended their gains from the previous session, rising more than 7%. The stock surged 10% on Thursday. The company gave robust guidance for revenues in the current quarter. Ding, 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 ding. Micron Technology. Put it on your short list. Go research it. Go research it, guys. They gave robust guidance and revenues for revenues in the current quarter, saying that demand is substantially higher than supply for the foreseeable future. Go do your research, guys. That's a nice little layup right there for a company like Micron Technology. Now, I can't tell y'all what to do, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you, if you have a company that's saying that demand is substantially higher than supply for the foreseeable future. Now, that doesn't mean that won't change, but at least that's a little bit of intel that would say to somebody, maybe I'll go research these guys. If they think they're going to have a crazy 26, maybe I plant a seed. I don't know. I'm just saying that's something that you might want to pick up on in your Christmas shopping you're doing out there with your credit cards. Here we go. The results reassured investors after recent sessions were swamped with jitters over the AI trade, which is now looking to score a strong finish to the year. See, there was never nothing wrong with the AI trade. This is all propaganda, right? This is all propaganda. Ain't nothing wrong with the AI trade. Ain't never nothing been wrong with it. It wasn't nothing wrong with it in November when you ran it through the roof. But now all of a sudden you ran it down to the ground in November. It's all manipulation, guys. This is my opinion. To be sure, semiconductor stocks remain roughly 4% below their highs. Meanwhile, Nike shares slid more than 9% as the sports apparel giant saw revenue in its greater China market decline during the fiscal second quarter. Why is that? China ain't messing around with y'all, man. China do not care about the United States or its companies. And your current administration, led by 47, done pissed these people off. And now guess what China doing? Ain't buying no soybeans. And guess what we got to do as the taxpayers? We got to bail out the soybean industry. Yeah. See, they ain't gonna tell you all that. He gonna come on here and act like he doing it all. Oh yeah, my tariffs, I'm gonna give it to him out of tariffs. No, you ain't. You're gonna give it to him out of taxpayer dollars. You forced all these crazy tariffs on these countries and these people. You messed around with China and didn't win. China won. China started buying their soybeans from Brazil and other countries. And now your American farmers, your soybean farmers, stuck like Chuck. Now we got to give them a $12 billion bailout. What are you going to do next year? You going to give them another $12 billion bailout? What are they going to do? Just sit around and do nothing? There ain't no sense of planting those soybeans because you ain't got nobody to buy them. China not going to buy them. So why in the world would you plant them? I wouldn't plant them if I was a soybean grower. Why would I plant soybeans when there's no buyer for them? So what are we going to do? Just bail out the farmers every year to the tune of $12, $15, $20 billion every year? It's just stupid. But this is where we're at. Again, First Amendment right, freedom of speech. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just giving you my little personal opinion. But Nike's in trouble as well because why? China. What do y'all think all this crap Nike made? Some of it is made over there. Some of it is purchased over there. But China doesn't draw a hard line in the sand with the United States, man. See, the thing is, guys, China is a 5,000-year-old country. These people come from the mud. We weren't even a thought 1,000 years ago, and these people had already been there for 4,000 years prior to 1,000 years ago. We ain't even been. We've been here what, 400 years, 300 years, something like that. China's been around 5,000 years, guys. Out of the mud. They come out of the mud, like the mud you see outside when it rains. That mud. That's where China comes from. These people been around 5,000 years. We've been here, what, 250, 300 years? Come on, man. Come on. You talking about 5D chess? These people playing 5D chess on us. We out here playing checkers. Why? Because the people who are leading this country don't really care. All they care about is the tech oligarchs, the billionaires in their pockets. In my opinion, they don't care about these farmers. That's just my opinion now. I don't have, listen, hey man, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand the opportunity in 2026 and how you gotta refocus your attention on what's really important. Now, y'all can sit up here and believe whatever these people tell y'all on TV and don't go out and do no fact checking. Do not go out and do no critical thinking. Don't do nothing. Just sit up there and listen to them like zombies. Go ahead. If you want to be a zombie, be a zombie. But it ain't going to catch up to you till it catch up to you. Please understand that, guys. It will not catch up to you till it catch up to you. So if you want to sit around here and be a zombie now, go ahead. But you can't say that this little guy on YouTube didn't give you his opinion on it. Let's finish this thing up. Meanwhile, Nike shares slid more than 9% as the sports apparel giant saw revenue in its greater China market decline during the fiscal second quarter. The company is also feeling the pain of tariff increases, noting a hit to its gross margins due to levies. But yet and still, we got 20 trillion coming in investment. Your year is next year. Your year is 2026, common people, Main Street. That's your year. But you got companies right here telling you the tariffs are hurting their bottom line. You got China ain't even allowing them to do what they need to do in China to make revenue. This is Nike. It's everything's great because they say it's great. Okay, keep being a zombie. Keep on being a zombie. Friday could see volatile market activity as options on 4 types of securities are set to expire on the same day. An event known as quadruple witching. More than 7.1 trillion in notional options exposure is set to expire this Friday. Way above my pay grade. I ain't even gonna go into that. That's way above my pay grade. Y'all go out and read that and look that up yourself. I don't know what they're talking about, but all I know is it's green. I don't know what the options market got to do with it. I don't care about that. So go do your own research on that. Go do your own research. The significance and timing of the return on AI investment remain uncertain. This is coming from Market Strategies at Principal Asset Management, wrote in a note to their clients. However, monetary easing, fiscal policy, and easing trade uncertainty combined with AI spending as a new growth engine point to more favorable micro backdrop in 2026. Let me explain that to you just in simplest form. He believes 2026 is going to be a good year. This is coming from the expert, man. The result could be an equity rally that extends from just a handful of dominant AI leaders to a broader group, particularly those with tangible gains from AI adoption. NVTS, APLD, Serve Robotics. All of them have a tangible gain from AI adoption. Do what you will with that, guys. Do what you will with it. I give you what I could give you today. Y'all keep believing these people if you want to. That's y'all. That's on y'all, man. I don't believe nothing come out of them people's mouth. None. Nothing. Not one thing. Not one thing do I believe that come out of any of the 1% mouth when it comes to what's happening with these oligarchs, what's happening in our current administration, because see, I lump them all together. The current administration, the oligarchs, all of them are lumped together, in my opinion. They all are in this thing together. They're only concerned about them and increasing their wealth. And it ain't even really about wealth anymore, guys. It's really about power and dominance. It's really about making people suffer. In my opinion, that's what it's all about. It ain't even really about money because they're already billionaires. So it can't be about the money. What they're doing can't be about the money. What they're doing is they want to dominate the world. They want to dominate America like Carnegie and Rockefeller and those guys did back in the, what is it, the early, I don't know if it's 19th century, the 20th century. I ain't that good with all them dates, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Like in the early 1900s. When you had them big boys like Carnegie and Rockefeller, and y'all know there's many more of them. I think Morgan Stanley, J.P. Morgan, all of them. All of them boys just ran this whole country. They ran everything. That's what we're going back to if we ain't careful. If we ain't careful, we're going to go back where a handful of oligarchs, tech oligarchs, run this whole country. Why do you think they were at the White House at inauguration? All the tech big boys. Why do you think they're there? Why every time President Trump tells them to come there and say all kind of goofy stuff, they go and say it? They know what they're doing, guys. China's not our friend. The Middle East is not our friend. But yet and still, we act like they are. Russia is not our friend, but yet and still, we act like they are. When they hate us. They do. But when it's all about money and it's all about power, hey, man, you align with who you align with. All right, man, I'm out of here. Get down to the description box. Check out those links, that Moo link, up to $1,100 in Nvidia stock shares and cash reward. Put $1,000 in your new Moo brokerage account. When you open it, you get $120 in cash rewards right off the rip. So put $1,000 in your new Moo account. You get, from the folks at Moo, they give you $120 in cash reward right off the rip. If you decide to put more money in there, that's when you can qualify for up to another $1,000 in Nvidia stock. So check out that first link. That's that Moo link. Second link, Wealthbuilders Financial Community on Patreon. That's my community I started in 2024. We got 2,000 members in there. All we do in there is help each other build wealth, get to financial freedom, and hopefully passive income to get ourselves out of this rat race, off this hamster wheel, and so that we're not controlled by the new Carnegie, the new Rockefeller, these tech oligarchs, and these billionaire oligarchs. We don't want to be controlled by them. Who you think control the algorithms? These guys. They control the algorithms. What do you think the algorithm is doing? Controlling us. The algorithm controls most of us. How do you know you think something and all of a sudden it pops up in your email or it pops up on your phone? Who you think control all of that? Tech oligarchs. Who you think control Facebook? Who do you think control this platform? Wonderful platform, but who do you think control it? Tech oligarchs. So all I'm telling you guys is get yourself in a position where you got yourself some freedom. You got yourself some freedom. And the only way you're going to have freedom, true freedom, is you got to have your own income sources. You got to have income coming in from your investments. If you're dependent upon the tech oligarchs to take care of you, you're in trouble. They're going to replace you with robots and artificial intelligence. They don't need us no more. Not at that level. So you can sit around and think, oh, the healthcare oligarchs are going to save us. No, the healthcare oligarchs are not going to save you. They're going to charge you more, and you will get a sticker shock when the Obamacare subsidies run out on 12/31/2025. They're going to be gone. So a lot of us, 20, 30, 40 million Americans, are going to get hit with higher premiums on their insurance. And let's see if the tech oligarch, not the tech oligarchs, but the healthcare oligarchs pull that back and say, okay, no, we won't charge you anymore. Oh no, they're going to run that thing up. They're going to run that thing up. Them healthcare oligarchs are going to run that thing through the roof. When them Obamacare subsidies go away, they're going to run that thing through the roof. This little $2,000, they're talking about sending y'all, oh, we're going to send y'all $2,000 and you buy your own insurance. Some of y'all can't even go get a good deal on groceries. You can't even go negotiate an oil change in your car. How you going to go negotiate with an insurance company? Some of y'all can't even beat y'all kids in Monopoly. Some of y'all can't even beat your children in checkers. But yet and still, you're going to negotiate with an insurance oligarch. This is just the stupidest stuff I've ever heard in my life. But that's it. Like I said, second link down in the description box. You got that Wealthbuilders link. If you want to come join our team, click on it. It'll take you over to Patreon. Sign up. Come join us. We'd love to have you. Stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. I'm out of here. Peace.